What's going on, everyone? Today I want to talk about why you should be growing in a greenhouse if you decide to grow outdoors. Now, obviously, buying a greenhouse or buying the equipment to make a greenhouse can be kind of pricey, especially with the price of wood going up in the past couple of years. However, we're going to talk about why it can benefit you in the long run to put in that huge investment like you would have to growing inside when you have lights and fans and dehumidifiers and humidifiers and essential oil defibrillators or whatever they're called. All of that good stuff. We're going to talk about why you should be growing in a greenhouse if you decide to grow outdoor. Now, thing number one, kind of obvious, you can grow huge plants. You can make your greenhouse any size you want, and in consequence, you can grow any plant in there any size you want as long as it doesn't surpass the size of your greenhouse, which if you build a 15-foot greenhouse that's 15 foot high and like 36 feet long and then like 12 feet wide, you can grow a pretty big plant, or you can grow a whole lot of plants that are super tall and get an extremely high yield, and then invite your buddies over and offer them some bud for trimming. So number one, you can make big plants. Now, number two is that you don't have to deal with the environment as much. It keeps the environment way down. Now, of course, you're going to have to deal with the humidity to an extent, and you're going to have to deal with the temperature to an extent. However, the big ones we're going to be focusing on for this one are you're getting all of the sun, which is a good thing, as long as you have a clear greenhouse. You are dissipating the wind. You're making sure that the wind isn't able to hit your plants, and you're able to control how much wind is in there. If you run an extension cord, or if you have power running to the greenhouse, you can have fans in there to make sure that nothing is stagnant and that all of the air is being moved in there. So you will be able to control the wind, you will be able to control a lot of the things, and it'll be harder for pests to get in there as well. Thing number three, real quick, is it's a lot easier to grow organic if you have a compost pile. I would couple the greenhouse and a compost pile together if you have the resources, obviously, table waste, all that sort of thing. Those sorts of things. If you have chickens, you can use their eggshells. If you go to the grocery store a lot, you can use like leftover fruits and vegetables and other waste like that, and then have a compost pile outside your house and have a easy organic source for your soil. And I found that works extremely well for creating a positive soil. And then you won't have to deal with the rain, giving your plants extra water. You won't have to deal with the wind knocking your plants over. You won't have to deal with thunderstorms, hopefully. Most of those things are going to be completely dealt with. You'll still be able to do integrated pest management, because if you do a foliar spray, you won't have the rain wash off your foliar spray. It will be able to give the full effect and that sort of thing. So growing in a greenhouse rather than growing raw outdoors, I definitely recommend if you want to have the outdoor effect on your plant and then not have to deal with all of the detrimental factors that come with the outdoors. Now, obviously, I live in Michigan, and we get extremely humid summers since we're surrounded by lakes, and we have a lot of lakes that are inland as well. So that is a factor that we can't exactly control. We would just have to deal with having to get plants that flower extremely late, so then we can make that humidity not matter as much. But if you live somewhere like Arizona, or you live in like Texas, Tennessee, you should have zero problem dealing with the humidity, and then maybe you would even deal with too much heat. It might just be a too much heat issue, maybe not even enough humidity, and you would need to run a humidifier inside of your greenhouse. But definitely getting your plants out of the wind, out of the thunder, out of the harsh temperature, possibly out of the humidity, all of those things are going to be a positive force for your cannabis plant when you're trying to grow it outdoors. I would throw a greenhouse right up on top of it. I would not want to run raw outdoors, in my opinion. Not that I'm bashing raw outdoor growers, but that's something to think about when you're thinking about growing. And again, it can be a high upfront cost, but it will pay off in the long run. You will have healthier plants, and you will have a lot easier to manage environment. So I hope this video helps you guys. Maybe raw outdoor growers changes your mind to maybe building a greenhouse around your plants, or building a greenhouse that your plants can go inside of. I think that's going to be it for this video. If you have not yet, please go check out my Twitch. I'm probably streaming right now as you're watching this video. But go hit that link down below, go hit the follow button, and we're playing The Hunter Called Wild and Elden Ring and games like that. So I got a lot of grinding to get done, and I want to have you guys along for it. So if you're interested, please join me over there. But other than that, please like this video if you got any value out of it. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate the support.